Hello, ladies, and welcome to our channel. She was not born to fit in. She was born to stand out in ways the world wasn't ready to comprehend. Sigma females are the embodiment of this truth, a breed apart, possessing hidden gifts that aren't just rare but profoundly misunderstood. Beneath their calm and often enigmatic exterior lies a treasure trove of extraordinary abilities that set them apart from the crowd. These aren't just talents. They are powerful forces of nature that drive them to question, create, and conquer in ways that leave others both in awe and in the dark. In a world that often overlooks what it can't easily define, the Sigma female's gifts remain concealed, only revealing themselves to those sharp enough to notice or bold enough to challenge her. What are these hidden treasures that she carries? And why do they make her both a mystery and a force to be reckoned with? Get ready to uncover the secrets that make Sigma females not just different but unforgettable. Number 1. Intense curiosity. A Sigma female's curiosity isn't the kind that politely asks questions. It's the kind that demands answers. It's an inner fire that pushes her to dig deeper into everything she encounters, from the mundane to the profound. She doesn't just accept what she's told or follow the crowd. Instead, she relentlessly seeks out the why behind everything. This insatiable hunger for understanding drives her to explore topics and ideas that others might dismiss as too complex or irrelevant. Her mind is a whirlwind of questions, constantly challenging the status quo, probing beneath the surface and uncovering layers most people don't even know exist. This level of curiosity isn't about being nosy or inquisitive for the sake of it. It's about a deep-seated need to make sense of the world on her own terms. She's not content with the easy answers or the obvious conclusions. She needs to understand the full picture, and she won't rest until she does. This relentless pursuit of knowledge often leads her to explore unconventional paths and think in ways that are far from ordinary. While others may settle for the information readily available, she goes further, diving into uncharted territories and uncovering insights that most would overlook. This makes her perspective unique and gives her an edge in situations where deep understanding and independent thought are invaluable. The result? She doesn't just see the world differently, she understands it in a way that few others can. And that makes her not just curious but quietly, powerfully unstoppable. Number 2. Hyper-analytical brain. A Sigma female's mind operates on a different wavelength. Her brain is a finely tuned instrument, constantly processing and analyzing everything around her. It's not just that she thinks deeply, it's that her thoughts are sharp, precise, and relentless. Where others might see a simple problem, she sees layers of complexity and dives into them with a razor-sharp focus. Every detail, every nuance is dissected and scrutinized, not because she has to, but because she can't help it. This hyper-analytical brain isn't just about solving puzzles or working through challenges. It's about understanding the world on a level that goes far beyond the superficial. She connects dots that others don't even notice, seeing patterns and relationships that are invisible to the untrained eye. This ability to break things down and analyze them from every angle makes her incredibly insightful, often leaving others wondering how she arrived at conclusions they didn't even consider. But this gift is both a blessing and a curse. While it gives her an extraordinary ability to understand and predict, it can also make her hyper-aware of flaws and inconsistencies, both in the world around her and within herself. She's constantly analyzing her own actions and decisions, pushing herself to be better, to think smarter, to achieve more. This drive for perfection can be exhausting, but it's also what makes her formidable. She doesn't just accept things as they are. She's always striving to understand how they work, why they work, and how they can be improved. In every interaction, every decision, her brain is working overtime, assessing and recalculating, always one step ahead. It's a silent, powerful force that gives her an edge in everything she does, making her not just a thinker but a strategist, a problem solver, and a force to be reckoned with. Number 3. Calculated empathy. Sigma. Females have a unique way of connecting with people that goes beyond typical empathy. They don't just feel what others feel. They understand emotions on a deep, almost strategic level. This isn't the kind of empathy that gets swept away in someone else's pain or joy. It's controlled, deliberate, and powerful. She knows when to lean in and offer support and when to pull back and protect her own energy. This calculated empathy allows her to navigate relationships with a level of precision that's almost surgical. While most people might let their emotions drive their actions, a Sigma female can step back and assess the situation from an almost detached perspective. She feels deeply, but she doesn't let those feelings overwhelm her. Instead, she uses her emotional insight to read the room, understand what people need, and decide how to respond in a way that's both kind and effective. This isn't about manipulation. It's about being smart with her empathy, knowing that it's a resource to be used wisely rather than squandered. What makes this even more intriguing is how she balances her empathy with a strong sense of self. She's not the type to lose herself in someone else's problems or to be easily swayed by emotional appeals. She gives what's needed, but never more than she can afford. This allows her to maintain her independence and strength, even in the most intense situations. People might not always understand how she can be so caring yet so composed, so present yet so self-contained. But that's exactly where her power lies. Her empathy isn't just a feeling, it's a tool, one she wields with care and precision. This ability to connect without losing herself is what makes her relationships so unique, deep, meaningful, and always on her terms. In a world where emotions can easily become chaotic and overwhelming, her calculated empathy is her superpower, allowing her to navigate life with grace and unshakable resolve. Number 4. Pattern recognition. A Sigma female has an uncanny ability to see patterns where others see randomness. This isn't just a knack for spotting trends. It's an almost instinctive talent for recognizing the underlying connections that weave through life. Whether it's in human behavior, the flow of events, or the way systems operate, she's constantly identifying the subtle threads that tie everything together. This gift of pattern recognition means she's rarely caught off guard. She can predict outcomes with surprising accuracy because she understands how things work beneath the surface. She doesn't need all the pieces of the puzzle to see the bigger picture. She just knows how they fit together. This gives her a kind of foresight that others might mistake for intuition, but it's really just her brain operating on a higher level of awareness. In social situations, this ability allows her to read people like an open book. She picks up on the little cues, the slight changes in tone, the hidden meanings behind words, the unspoken dynamics in a group. While others might miss these details, she's already 10 steps ahead, understanding not just what's being said, but why it's being said and what it means for what comes next. This makes her incredibly adept at navigating complex interactions, whether she's in the boardroom or at a casual gathering. But it's not just about social dynamics. Her pattern recognition extends to everything she touches. She's the one who can take a chaotic situation and quickly find the order within it. When faced with a challenge, she doesn't panic. She calmly analyzes the situation, identifies the key patterns, and uses that knowledge to craft a solution. This ability to bring clarity to chaos is one of her most powerful assets, allowing her to remain calm and effective in situations that would leave others feeling lost. This gift doesn't just make her smart, it makes her formidable. She sees what others don't and uses that insight to her advantage, whether she's solving problems, making decisions, or simply understanding the world around her. In a world full of noise and distraction, her ability to see the patterns that really matter gives her a distinct edge, making her not just aware, but truly enlightened. Number 5. Creative abilities. Creativity for a Sigma female isn't just a hobby or a talent, it's a way of life. Her creative abilities run deep, influencing everything she does and setting her apart in a world that often values conformity over innovation. She doesn't just think outside the box, she questions why the box exists in the first place. This mindset allows her to see possibilities where others see limitations, and to create solutions that are as original as they are effective. Her creativity isn't confined to the arts, though she may excel there too. It's a force that shapes her entire approach to life. Whether she's tackling a complex problem at work, finding new ways to connect with people, or simply navigating the everyday challenges of life, she does it with a flair that's uniquely her own. She's not satisfied with the status quo. She's always looking for ways to make things better, more interesting, or more meaningful. This creative drive is fueled by her deep curiosity and her desire to explore new ideas and experiences. She's constantly experimenting, learning, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This can make her seem unpredictable or even eccentric to those who don't understand her, but that's just part of what makes her so fascinating. Her mind is always working, always generating new ideas, always looking for the next challenge to tackle. But her creativity isn't just about coming up with new ideas. It's about making those ideas a reality. She has the rare ability to not only imagine something different, but also to bring it to life. Whether she's designing a new project, writing a compelling narrative, or simply reimagining how to solve a problem, she does it with a level of originality and insight that's hard to match. In a world where so many people follow the same paths and think the same thoughts, her creative abilities make her a true standout. She doesn't just follow trends, she sets them. She doesn't just solve problems, she transforms them into opportunities. And in everything she does, there's a spark of originality that makes her work, her ideas, and her presence unforgettable. Number 6. Unshakable intensity. A Sigma female carries an intensity that's almost palpable, a quiet, unshakable force that drives everything she does. It's not the loud, in-your-face kind of intensity, it's something deeper, more enduring. It's the kind of energy that doesn't waver, even when the odds are stacked against her. People might not notice it at first, but once they do, it's impossible to ignore. This intensity comes from a place of deep conviction and purpose. She doesn't approach anything half-heartedly. When she commits to something, she's all in. Whether it's a personal goal, a relationship, or a cause she believes in, she brings a level of focus and determination that's rare to find. She's not easily distracted or swayed by outside opinions. Once she's set her mind on something, she's relentless in pursuing it. What makes this intensity so powerful is that it's paired with incredible self-control. She knows when to push forward and when to hold back, how to channel her energy in the most effective ways. She doesn't waste time or effort on things that don't matter. She's always looking for the best way to achieve her goals. This makes her incredibly efficient, able to accomplish more in a day than most people do in a week. But this intensity isn't just about getting things done, it's about the way she experiences life. She feels things deeply, whether it's joy, pain, love, or anger. Everything she does is infused with this profound sense of passion, which makes her presence so powerful. People are drawn to her not just because of what she does, but because of the way she does it, with a fire that's impossible to extinguish. This unshakable intensity can be intimidating to some, but it's also what makes her so compelling. She's the kind of person who doesn't just walk through life, she leaves an impact. Her intensity pushes her to excel, to defy expectations, and to keep moving forward no matter what. And while it might be easy to underestimate her at first glance, those who really know her understand that beneath her calm exterior is a force that's both unstoppable and unforgettable. Number 7. Obsessive nature. A Sigma female's obsessive nature is both her greatest asset and her most demanding challenge. When something captures her interest, she doesn't just dabble in it, she dives in head first, consumed by a relentless need to understand, master, and perfect it. This isn't a casual curiosity, it's a deep, all-encompassing drive that pushes her to explore every angle, every detail, until there's nothing left to uncover. Her obsessions can range from intellectual pursuits to personal goals, and once she's hooked, there's no turning back. This intensity fuels her passion and keeps her laser-focused on whatever she's set her mind to. While others may tire or lose interest, she's just getting started. She'll work late into the night, poring over information, practicing a skill, or refining an idea until it's exactly the way she wants it. This level of dedication is what separates her from the rest. It's why she excels, why she becomes an expert, why she achieves things most people only dream about. But this obsessive nature comes with a price. It can make her life feel unbalanced, as she becomes so engrossed in her pursuits that everything else fades into the background. Social interactions, self-care, Even basic needs can fall by the wayside when she's in the throes of an obsession. It's not that she doesn't care about these things, it's just that nothing else seems as important as the object of her focus. Yet, this all-consuming drive is also what makes her extraordinary. Her obsessions lead her to discoveries and achievements that others might never even consider. She's the kind of person who, when she sets her sights on something, will stop at nothing to reach her goal. This single-minded determination is what makes her so effective, so successful, and so intriguing. It's not just about what she does, it's about the depth and intensity with which she does it. Her obsessive nature isn't something she can turn on or off. It's part of who she is. It's what drives her to push boundaries, to seek out new challenges, and to never settle for anything less than excellence. And while it might make her life more complicated, it's also what makes her life so incredibly rich and fulfilling. Number 8. Desire for greatness. A Sigma female's desire for greatness isn't just an ambition. It's a deep, burning need that propels her forward in everything she does. This isn't about chasing fame or external validation. It's about living up to her own high standards and pushing the boundaries of what she's capable of. She's driven by an inner fire that refuses to let her settle for anything less than extraordinary. This desire for greatness means she's constantly striving to improve, to learn, to grow. She's not content with just being good at something. She wants to be the best, to master whatever she puts her mind to. This relentless pursuit of excellence is what sets her apart from those who are merely coasting through life. She doesn't just want to achieve success, she wants to redefine it on her own terms. Her path to greatness isn't always smooth or easy. She faces obstacles, setbacks, and doubts like anyone else. But her determination to rise above them is what makes her unstoppable. She's not afraid to put in the hard work, to make sacrifices, and to take risks if it means moving closer to her goals. Even when others can't see her vision, she holds on to it with a fierce resolve, knowing that the journey itself is part of what makes the end result so meaningful. But her desire for greatness isn't just about personal achievement, it's also about making a lasting impact. She wants to leave her mark on the world, to create something that matters, something that will endure long after she's gone. Whether it's through her work, her relationships, or her influence, she's driven by a sense of purpose that goes beyond just her own success. She wants to contribute something of real value, to change the world in her own unique way. This relentless pursuit of greatness can be both inspiring and intimidating to those around her. People might not always understand her intensity or her refusal to settle for anything less than her best. But that's exactly what makes her extraordinary. She's not just chasing dreams. She's building a legacy, one that's rooted in a deep sense of purpose and an unwavering belief in her own potential. In a world where mediocrity is often the norm, her desire for greatness makes her a true outlier, someone who refuses to blend in, who refuses to accept anything less than the extraordinary, and who is determined to leave a lasting impact on the world. This drive is what keeps her moving forward, no matter the challenges. And it's what makes her a force to be reckoned with in every aspect of her life. If you found this exploration into the extraordinary traits of Sigma females as fascinating as I did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join us for more deep dives into what makes people exceptional and stay updated with our latest content. Your support means the world and helps us bring more intriguing insights right to your feed. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and be part of our journey to uncover the remarkable.